Hello viewers, welcome to Core for Any. If you hear new, hit subscribe buttons and notification bell so you can never miss any our incredible content. Flutter taxi app. Inside today we need to see this here the user sides and driver sides need to displaying here the right details like the usernames, user mobile numbers and car details, car series, car brand, car models and car number plate, and also user side into displaying here the ride start OTP need to showing here, and driver side also need to showing this here the related the rides usernames, rides mobile numbers. Also need to configure here the chats buttons need to configure here, and also need to show here the data related to need to displaying here the current rides. Let's start how to write down here. First of all, need this here the variables, and also need to check update here the data for the kilometers and to nearby like this we need to configure here. First of all, we need to set here the types. We need to declare here the two variables for the times and kilometers like this we need to set here. Write down here the string time count is equal to, if you not first time, then to set here the three dots, and then after write down here the string, set here the kilometers variables like this need to set here, and to same as need to time counts need to write down here, and to set here the three dots like this value need to configure here. Now we need to scroll down and to drawing the routes need to go, these lines need to go here, and to find out here the save this here the variables inside the ride info road info variables inside we need to save this here like this, and to write down here the where also need to write down here road info like this we need to set this here. Now we need to calculate here the total times. We need to get this here the time count is equal to, need to write down here the create here the brackets, and to write down here the need to check this here the road info gets here the durations in gets inside the second, then to convert here first of all need to set here the 0.0. If you not gets any durations, then to like this sets here these informations, then to get this value as a seconds now need to convert into the minutes, divide by unit to 16th like this we need to set this here, and then after need to write down here the string to fixed need to give this here the one like this we need to set this here. Same as need to create here for the kilometers. We need to copy here and to write down, and to get this value. We need to paste this here and to set as a distance. We need to calculate here and to get inside the meters. We need to divide by 1000s. We need to divide by here and to get this here the kilometers value. Same as we need to copy this value and to put this here the like this set, and we need to write down here if mounted conditions we need to outside hit these conditions, if mounted we need to update this data mounted, and to set here the set states like this need to configure this here, and now we need to set here the some status we need to define here for the showing here the this details need to open first of all here status I need to set this here the titles we need to change this here as a status wise. We need to first of all need to get this here the define here the variables we need to set here strings written here, and to give this here the name status name. Now we need to create here the switch case situations test statements, and write down here the booking status like set here, and we need to set here the two, then we need to return this here the string as a on way for this configuration for the user apps. on way driver like this returns. Else parts you need to write down here. Finding driver nearby. Like this need to configure here. Now set here the another state. If you waiting for the user then to return this here the text as a semicolons and to write down here waiting drivers like the status. Then status pause means the ride started into returns here and to set here the status ride started with like this need to returns here. Same as need to case 5 semicolons and to return this here the status names we need to set here ride complete with and to write down here semicolons. Now we need to case 6 we need to check this here and to return this here ride cancel ride cancel by and case 7 we need to set this here and we need to return here semicolons and to write down here the no driver found for this ride like this sets here the status names. Now need to set here the return here the status text we need to also need here and to set this here first of all also need to copy here and to paste this here. Now need to give this here the status text. Now first status need to write down here the on way status. Then after waiting. Then after started start. Then completed. Then cancel and no drivers. And last one is the pending. Like this we need to set here. Same as need to create here the status colors. We need to return here. Copy here these functions. We need to paste these here and to write down here the status color. And we need to write down here return as a color and to write down here colors green if you on way and to green waiting for me to give this here the orange status started and to set here the color green then complete also need to give this here color as a green cancel then to give this here color as a red and no driver found means you need to set this here the colors as a red and last one into pending status you need to set here the status color as a blue like this you need to set here the status colors and to configure this here and now we need to go user running right screen inside we need to also need to check here the sockets need to need here copy here and to check here the waiting for drivers and waiting for start riders driver waiting users we need to get here the sockets to change here receive here sockets then we need to update this here the data ride ride objects booking status is equal to, need to write down here the data payload and to give this here booking status. Like this, need to set this years and also need to check this years. If mounted, then to set status. Like this, need to calling this years. Same as need to calls here. We need to copy here for the started writes. Paste this years like this, and we need to write down here. Write started. Write start like this, and to calling this here these functions. Now need to scroll down and to find out here this value and to set this here the data for the minutes and kilometers. I need to set this here. Write down here the total time count and need to set here dollar kilometers. Yeah, like this sets. And also need to change this here the image for the rider profiles. Need to change edge image and to give this here the image URLs and to pass this here the riders image as need to pass as a string optionals. Now we need to set here the width and height. So need to do this here and we need to box it need to set this here as a content like this set here. Then after need to create here the round to write down here widgets and to write down here the clip or rect border radius. We need to set here circulars 17.5 like this sets here and to create comma and to remove this here this image like this. We need to set this here and to save this here. Now need to get this here like this value. Now we need to set this here the set here the status as a black here. I need to write down here dollars and to call this here the status name. These functions we need to save this here and to get this here on way driver sessions we need to get this here. Now need to set here the rights users info driver information need to show this here first of all. Then after need to show this here the driver car information and also need to show this here the OTP for the ride start. Need to showing here like this. Need this here. First of all, so need to copy here these lines and to paste this here like this. Now need to set here, create here the row children's like this. You need to set this here and to set here the clip or rect for a radius. You need to set here circulars and to set here the pi. Now need to set here the children's and to copy here the network image. Need to copy and we need to paste this here like this and also need to change this here the value as a 15 like this sets here and to set here. Now need to set here the const sized box. Give this here the width 15, so need to set this here, and also need to set here the padding. Need to set here the 15, like set here. Need to set here. Then after, so need to create here the columns. Set here children's, and also need to cross axis elements need to set as a start. Now need to set here the names. Need to set for usernames display here to call this here ride objects, and to do this here the name property. As need to pass this here the string optional, like this set here. Now we need to set here the styles, and to set as a font styles text style. Set here the font size. We need to set this here the 16, and need to set here the font weight. Set as a 700 W700, like this. We need to set this here and to configure this here. Now also need to expand this here z dot expanded, like this expanded. Now we need to create here the second row. We need to displaying, also need to show here the status. We need to create here the row, and to set as a main axis alignments. We need to set this here the space between. Copy here this text, paste this here, and now need to write down here status text, and need to set here the color, status color, and to remove here the font. Now need to set here the font size is a 20, like this. We need to set this here. Then after, we need to configure this here the mobile codes and mobile numbers. We need to showing here. First of all, we need to copy this text, and we need to put this here. Now create here the double quotes, question mark space dollars. Put here this value, paste here, paste this here. Now need to set here the mobile. Same as need to set this here the mobile code, like this sets, and to configure need to set here the proteins, and also need to set here the color, color secondary text. I need to set this here, and also need to remove here this bold regulars. Need to set this here to remove this one, and to set this here. Now here showing this data for the rights user information, booking rights information. Need to show here, show status here, riders phone numbers and riders names need to showing here, and also need to show this here the image. And now need to same as need to copy these lines and to paste this here, and we need to paste this here, these informations. Now need to set here the car icon. First of all, like this, we need to set this here. Set here the car informations. Now need to set here the car brands, models, series. You need to set here. Then after need to car number plate, and here you need to show this here as a OTP for right start. So need to join here. First of all, so need to write down here, copy these lines, and we need to replace with this here. as a number, but here this value, and we need to paste this in. Now we need to set here the brand name, and set here the dash, and to set here the model name. Copy here, paste this here, and to write down here the series name. Like this we need to set here and to save this here. Now showing here this value, and we need to set this value as a here. Now we need to show here the number plate and to car number. Remove here. Same as need to copy and to paste this here this value, and to write down here OTP code. OTP code. Save this here. Now need to showing here the informations, and also need to set here one conditions. If ride booking status is then or equal to bs dot waiting users, like this sets, then to show here the OTP, otherwise not show this OTP. Like this need to configures and to set this here the value need to set here. Now we need to configures here the set functions. First of all need to write down here the context dot post extension methods need to call this here, and to write down here the support message view, and to set here the user informations. First of all need to give this here the user ID. You need to pass this here for this ride, to give this here the ride objects, and to set here user ID. Then after you need to set here the name. Copy here, paste here, and to write down here semicolons. Now need to pass here the name, and also need to set here the image. The image need to copy here and to paste this here. Like this need to setting here, and to restart here this UI. Now need to show here the informations, and to calculate here this value, and to show here the times, and miles not displaying. Need to check here why not show. Check here the road info, and to get this here the distance, road info distance. Now need to check here also. Yeah. So again restart and to check again. Need to check here distance parameters. Distance get in the kilometers and roads in seconds. Need to get this here. That's why showing here the zero. Need to fix this here. Not need here. Convert. Need to remove here. Like this sets. And remove these breakpoints. I have to restart again. MS need to configure as a drivers logins inside need to running reds need to configure some data. We need this here to stop this here. Again, so need to run. Now need to find out here the drivers running red view and to show here another tab. Now app is restarting here and to check this here kilometer sets or not, so need to check this here. Now show here the kilometers and minutes need to showing here like this value and also opens here chat pop-ups and to user one, so need to get this here the message and to show here like this, so need to get here. First of all need to check here the data. On the screens and to set here the app titles, set here the fix image, need to fix this here. Set here the user image, we need to configure this here. Copy this and paste this here. And to what's here. Now need to set here widgets dot user objects like this sets and also need to change this here the name. Paste this here. Now need to set here the name property like this sets and to configure here. Now click on here and to set this here the data. Now same as we need to create as a driver logins, we need to running rides inside the showing here the ride related information, so need here to show. First of all, so need to close this here this value and to scroll up and to same like we need to configure here the time counts and kilometers counts, so need to set this here. First of all, so need to copy here this value and we need to set this here like this. Same as you need to set like here the value. You need to configure here. Now need to set here the times like this. And also need to set here the red status. Right. And need to set here the kilometer km, and to write down here the dollar km like this. You need to configure here, and also need to change this here the rider image. Put this and put like this configurations are the need to see. Now you need to copy these lines and you need to same as you need to paste this here this informations, and you need to remove here OTP not show. You need to remove here and to scroll down and to paste this here the data for the right status as well the right color. Copy here this informations and to paste this here. Now need to needs here the riders drivers apps wise you need to change this here the value for the status names. You need to change this here. First of all you need to if sorry for that, pick up like this. If waiting time to write down waiting for usernames. Write started with, complete with, write cancels, and not bounce into known inside the driver apps not find the status. Like this, we need to set this here and on way waiting start same as status are the setting here and to configure this here. Now we need to also calculate here the kilometers and time counts. We need to calculate here. First of all, you need to go here and to set here the same as variables as a count. Copy here to save this variable inside this information. Now you need to copy this value and you need to paste this here. Paste. Like this, you need to set here the informations. Then after you need to set here if mounted. Then we do it states like this. You need to setting here and to configure this here. Now also need to make here some conditions. If waiting for the users and write started, then have to showing here the user informations. If completed on way, then not show any user informations. Like this need to set here the conditions. Need to apply. First of all need to find out here the this value or this information related to users and to set here the conditions of the if open opens. Also need to make same as conditions is open and show, otherwise not show this value. Now need to configure here the conditions for showing here the user information related to here. Right here in conditions, need to write down here tried objects and to pass this here good status equal to yes waiting for users or ms need to check it like this. Then copy these conditions and also apply here. Right, this size like this need to configure here and also need to supports buttons need to chat buttons need to configure here same as a user app need to copy here and paste it. Save here. Now we need to restart this here app and paste this here. This one is the user app logins and this one is the driver app logins. We need to calling here. Now we need to showing here the some informations. User app are the reloading here. Same as need to reloads here the driver apps and to showing like this here informations as well as need to show here the minutes and kilometers like this and not show here the user informations like this settings and to hide and show only like this data. Now need to click on drive and to show here waiting for riders. Timers need to showing here the both app and to reflect here the status as well as to show it the like this way and show here the user informations. Now need to click on now driver users are the availables and to spread it start this rides. Need to click and to set here the OTP 7717 and to click on the ride starts and to calling here and to change this here the status like this. You need to configure this here this way are the setting here. If you like this video, please set. If you like this video, please. If you have any question, so please write down in the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.